That's right, Susanna. Each year, 18,000 of America's finest descend on Fort Benning to learn how to jump out of airplanes and earn their wings. And it all begins with Ground Week.
We are making warriors here, we're making leaders, and we are making paratroopers.
Year in and year out, the United States Army Airborne School stays extremely busy, carrying out a vital mission for America's combat capabilities.
The mission of the 1st Battalion 507th Parachute Infantry Regiment is to train all the nation's paratroopers, jump masters, and pathfinders. We run 3 schools here, one of which is a basic airborne course, 3 weeks in length.
Begin!
Before any airborne training begins, the students will first have to prove that they're physically up for the task by passing the required PT test.
For a male soldier, there's a requirement to do 42 push-ups, 53 sit-ups in 2 minutes, and then the run is 15:54. For a female soldier, sailor, airman, or marine, the requirement is 19 push-ups, 53 sit-ups in 2 minutes, and then a 18:54 for the 2-mile run.
Day 1, given a physical fitness test, we usually have anywhere from 50 to 60 soldiers that do not pass that test. So that are probably our greatest challenges is for Ground Week, or the first week of the course.
The students who successfully pass the PT test and are deemed fit for the course will now begin their journey of becoming a paratrooper, starting with the basics.
Once the PT test is complete, they move over to Manfield and they'll start basically getting taught about the harness, the parachute itself, fitting and donning of both the T10 and T11. We've got the mock doors, which we teach the individual exit there, and it's a gradual progression.
We teach the very basics here: exiting the aircraft, landing properly, understanding your parachute, understanding how to use your reserve in case you have to, things of that nature.
Training, ingraining, and building muscle memory into the soldiers on every aspect of what they need to don parachutes, be inspected, do all the actions to load the aircraft, on the aircraft, exiting the aircraft.
And once they learn how to exit the aircraft, they'll also need to know how to land properly so they can avoid injury and hit the ground running.
Doing the parachute landing falls off for what they call a lateral drift apparatus, which is just a device that puts them a little bit higher in the air than off the ground, and they learn how to land left, right, front, and back.
After learning the basics, the students will then progress to the 34-foot towers, where they'll get their first real taste of what lies ahead.
Go! And then we move on to the 34-foot towers, which is really the biggest challenge. It's the first time that a soldier is really at a height. He's going to test you. You just got to rely on your training.
34-foot tower a lot of the time is when they really realize, hey, I'm afraid of heights here. And so they overcome some of that fear right away.
The big challenge is obviously getting over the fear of going out of the 34-foot tower is probably the first thing that they're having to deal with, and it's clearly an unnatural act. Again, it's baby stepping as much as you possibly can. 34 feet is not even close to the 1,250 feet that they'll jump, but at least it's a step in the right direction.
And taking that step builds their confidence and teaches them that they can conquer their fears and accomplish any mission.
We are instilling a paratrooper warrior ethos in everybody that comes through this course.
Go!
The students who successfully make it through Ground Week will move on to the next phase, which is Tower Week, where they'll face even larger vertical challenges and really be put to the test.